Luis Miguel Pradas is by far the best player we have had in this save. He's an absolutely phenomenal player. He's been in the heart of our midfield. And looking at his career stats, he's been phenomenal. We signed him on a free last season, 15 goals, 14 assists in the league. He also scored in the Champions League final this season in just 13 matches. He already has 7 goals and 15 assists. He has by far been our best player in this save, along with Jesus Mendoza. But today, we are selling Luis Miguel Pradas. A couple of teams have made a bid on Luis Miguel Pradas. One of them is Columbus Crew. I'm straight up going to reject this offer. But the other team, as you guys can see here, is Borussia Dortmund. They have put in a okay offer. But as you guys can see here, according to the agent feedback, Pradas is incredibly interested in speaking to Dortmund. He's going to need a lot of convincing to remain at the club. We already see here he wants to leave. He wants to go to a bigger club. I am not going to be able to convince Luis Miguel Pradas to say, I don't want to ruin the dynamics, especially in the final season of this save. So as a result, I will be selling him. And you guys are going to see that negotiation, and essentially this is going to work as a transfer special. But we have the bid in. I'm actually going to wait to negotiate the bid because there's a few things I want to do to make sure we get as much money as possible. Because again, this is the final season. We need the money. So the first thing we're going to do is, at the moment, 10% of transfer revenue is made available. We very rarely ever sell people, but we're going to go make a board request. We're going to ask to increase the percentage of transfer revenue. We'll see how high it goes. And once we get that to come back to us, then we'll negotiate the deal. The other thing we're going to do here is that once we get that transfer revenue a little bit higher, hopefully I would love to see it go up to at least 20% would be nice. But we have a couple of sell-on clauses here. I'm going to sell both of these clauses. John Reyes, 40% of his next transfer fee will be owed to Mendiola. He's not worth a whole lot. I don't mind getting that 10K for him. But the big one here is Daniel McFall. We can get 126,000 pounds from Wrexham. He's worth, I don't think he's probably actually worth a million, but I want to do this now, one, because this is the final season, but two, he's on the under 21s and his contract runs out next year. So we want to make sure that we sell it just to make sure he doesn't go on a free, that we get some sort of money from that. So once we increase that transfer revenue, we're going to sell this clause. We're going to sell this clause, and we're going to negotiate these deals for Luis Miguel Pradas, and we'll see how it goes. And then once we get through all that, schedule-wise here, I'm going to play Aguilas in the PFL quarter final. So you guys will see that match once we get there. But as of right now, we're moving forward. Hopefully we get that transfer revenue, and then we'll get into some negotiations. But Luis Miguel Pradas has been our star player. He is currently been endeared to the fans. If we go to club info here, he is one of the favored personnel, along with Jesus Mendoza and Vicente Alonso. But unfortunately, he's leaving the club today. All right, we are a few days forward, and our transfer revenue percentage has been increased. We got it up to 25%. So that is pretty good. All things considered, where we've been in the save in our financial situation, I will absolutely take that. As we can see here, it's 25% until we make 1.8 million pounds, which we're definitely not going to do. After that, it'll drop to 10%. But overall, pretty solid. I also asked if they could increase the payroll. I don't think we're going to be able to get this one, but let's see if we can. Can we ask for a bigger payroll? I would appreciate to keep our best players here. Come on, man. You just became the chairperson. Give me something here. Without the squad depth, we're nothing. We'll say that. Ah, man, the new chairperson's awful. Rejecting the request to increase payroll. Come on, man. You just came in. You're already trying to sour our relationship. But since we do have that increase in our transfer revenue retention, we are going to sell this clause for Daniel McFall, bringing in 126,000 pounds for the club. That's quite a bit of money. John Reyes as well. We'll get about 10K for that one. We'll absolutely take that. So that will be added to our transfer budget. So we'll get about 32K almost for the Daniel McFall deal. Pretty happy with that. About 2K for the John Reyes deal. And all we're going to do now that we have 57.8K in the transfer budget, we're just going to make that budget adjustment and we're going to stick that all into our payroll budget. And hopefully we'll be able to sign some players on a free. All right, with that increase in transfer revenue retention, let's negotiate a deal for Luis Miguel Pradas. He's not going to go to Columbus no matter what. Let's just reject that deal anyways. I didn't like the finances. But looking at Luis Miguel Pradas here, he is valued at 75K to 120K. My goal here is to get, at the very least, I want to get 120K for him straight up. I would love to get 150K though. I think that would be awesome for us. So let's look and see what we got here. Obviously, I'm still thinking about the future of the club. Their range of friendly seems to be broken. So we're going to lock in percentage of next sale at 50%. And of course, we want him on a loan back. We don't want to pay any salary. We want him for 12 months. The next manager after I leave can get him. And we're going to lock that in. I don't really care about appearances. We're not going to be able to take advantage of that. We're not going to be able to take advantage of per appearance. He's at Dortmund. He's probably not going to play much anyways. So we definitely want the loan back length. We definitely want the percentage of next sale. And why don't we just let's just go 150K to start off. If we get 150K for Pradas, that would excite me. The just terms, nothing there. All right. Remove and exclude you. Remove and exclude you. We're obviously keeping that. They're not cool with 150K. What if we went 140K? 140K for Luis Miguel Pradas. That is a record deal for Mendiola, plus 50% percentage of next sale, which will help the club in the future. And we have a loan back length, so we're keeping him till the end of the season. So he'll be with us for this final season. And we get a lot of money. We are going to accept that offer. That is a good deal for us. Well, right after that offer was accepted, RB Leipzig just put in a £140,000 offer. Obviously, we're going to loan back length that 50%. Can I get more? Can I get 150K for him? Oh, we can get more for him. Oh, we can create a bidding war. 150K. Whoa, okay, we're going to accept that offer. I didn't actually think that was going to work. Let's go back to transfers. He's got 3 offers. We're going to reject the Dortmund one now. And with that Leipzig one, we still have the loan back length, percentage of next sale, and 150K. Let's go. The Luis Miguel Pradas transfer saga just continues to get better and better. Dortmund are back in. Remember, we rejected the offer from Dortmund after Leipzig made a better offer, but Dortmund are back in with a £165,000 offer. That's already more than I was expecting to get. Well, let's try and negotiate it. We're going to lock in 50% percentage of next sale. We're going to lock in the loan back length. 165K. Can we get some? Can we just go crazy with it? Let's go crazy. 500K. No. All right. 500K is not acceptable. Can we get 400K? No. I'm just going to keep working down from that. 375K? 375K. That's an insane amount of money at this level. We're going to accept that offer from Dortmund. This is going to keep going. This is going to keep going. We're going to reject the Leipzig offer, and we are back in. We are creating a bidding war for Luis Miguel Pradas. What an absolute move we are doing. By the way, today we are going to play this game, but we're going to continue going through because I want to see what happens with Luis Miguel Pradas. I think this episode is going to go out later than expected now because I really wasn't expecting this transfer saga to develop. But we are here. We're going to play Aguilas in the PFL Cup quarterfinal. This is what the PFL Cup quarterfinal looks like. This is the team that's going to go out there and play them. You guys are going to get to see Jesus Mendoza, Sebastian Barak, Emmanuel, Alonso. Some of these guys have signed new contracts as well. The only player that's not going to be playing is Luis Miguel Pradas. I'm going to let him think about what he wants to do for his future. Of course, as long as we get him back on loan, I'm fine with that. We're going to be bringing in a lot of money for him. But before we move into the match, I want to catch you all up on the non-transfer related stuff because the Pradas deal has definitely been the major talking point of this episode. But we've been doing some great things in the PFL. We currently have 16 wins from 16 matches, 111 goals, 11 goals allowed, and a plus 100 goal differential, which is insane. But looking at the player overview, the record for most goals scored in a season is 30. Jesus Mendoza has already broken that record. He has 34 goals this season to go with 7 assists. And then looking at the other goals as well, Sebastian Brock has 15, Vicente Alonso 14, Emmanuel 11, Prada 7. It's been brilliant there. Assist-wise, 16 is the record. Pradas is on pace to break it. Emmanuel is on pace to break it as well. So all of our players getting tons of assists. Jesus Mendoza has also broken the Player of the Match award for in one season record. So overall, Jesus Mendoza has been having the season of his life. And just to look and see some of our previous results, I think the Port match might have been the last match that you all saw. Then we beat ADT 6-1. I think Jesus Mendoza scored there. We lost to Hiroshima 3-2, but we played almost a completely backup side, so I wasn't surprised. Actually, I was happy that we only lost 3-2, all things considered. But we bounced back with an 8-0 win over DHC, Jesus Mendoza getting a hat trick. Then we beat Maharlika Manila 12-0, Jesus Mendoza getting another hat trick. And most recently, we beat United City 6-0, Emmanuel getting a hat trick, but once again, Jesus Mendoza getting on the scoreboard. But this is the team. Let's get into the match, and then we'll see what happens with Pradas. And we get things underway. Mendiola in white, Aguilas in red, and it is a PFL Cup quarterfinal draw. Let's see how we do. I do want to note as well, looking at the Aguilas players here, they do have Kevin Kempter, one of our former players, one of my favorite players that we had in the save. He spent 2 years at Mendiola. Actually did really well in the Asian Confederation Cup, if I remember correctly. So it is nice to be playing up against him today. But we have a first highlight of the match here. Will it go to Aguilas? Nope, that should be very easy for Frosuelo to get to. Goes back to Schwarzer, who needs a bit of match fitness as we move forward into the Champions League knockout stages. David playing in the advanced playmaker role ahead of Luis Miguel Pradas as we give him a little bit of a break. But David winning it there. That's a lovely ball over the top to Emmanuel. And Emmanuel cutting it back to Leonardo. Don't know about that pass there. But we should be able to win it high up the pitch just like that. David to NGA. And GA shoots outside of the right foot, blocked by our former player. Aguilas working the ball around the back here as they switch, not quite switching the point of attack yet. Goes into Badia, he plays it over the top. Finds Garcia. Back to Kempter, our former player Kempter. Our former player wins a penalty. All right, at least we have a game that's interesting. With all the games, all the blowouts so far, on the episode, we have an interesting match here. Villanueva shoots and scores, and this is the first time we have been down in a domestic match in a long time. I don't remember the last time we were down in a domestic match. All right, guys, let's force a comeback here. We could get an immediate start to the comeback here. Zubi Zareta going in, Sebastian Barak scoring, and we have tied things up right away. This is more of what we were expecting. Kempter to swing it in for Aguilas here. And we get, here we go. This is what I like to see. Let's counter. Play it down the line, Leonardo. Or just keep dribbling. That's a great ball into Mendoza. Back to Emmanuel. Get around the outside. Find Jesus Mendoza. Someone's got to shoot this. John Patrick Strauss scores! The cutback from Jesus Mendoza. John Patrick Strauss. I mean, he's a right back. And he's getting forward into the box. And it is 2-1. Schwarzer going up, claiming the cross, rolling it to Zubi Zareta. And we move forward quickly. This is wonderful direct play. Alonso with the ball. He finds David. Lovely ball. Lovely stuff. Barak, you got to score, man. Barak with the ball here. Going around the left-hand side. Crosses pretty far in. Actually, well won by them. Actually, a great job by Aguilas here, winning the second ball. That's a lovely ball down the line. Finds Garcia. Rodriguez. And it's just wide. Was his name James Rodriguez? Emmanuel with the corner. He swings it in. Back post. Can't find NGA. That should be the end of the highlight as Mendoza goes kind of far backwards. All right, we're still going here. NGA. Find the right pass. Let's go around the outside. There you go. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. I think he might be offsides. He is not offsides. Jesus Mendoza, his 43rd goal of the season. What a season he is having. He might be the GOAT of this save. Ooh, kickoff highlight. Kempter playing it forward. I would not mind us winning possession back and immediately going forward. Breaking quickly and putting this game to bed now. I said I found this game interesting, but I don't mind this game not being interesting and us comfortably winning it. But Barak here, that's poor from Barak. And Leonardo's going to win that. Oh, Mendoza. Mendoza make the run forward. Ah, if Mendoza makes that run earlier, he's in. Back post, Sebastian Barak. Sebastian Barak scores his 22nd goal of the season. What a season he is having as well. What a signing he was. And we lead 4-1. Man, a ton of chances to end this half. Leonardo into Emmanuel. He should score. He's on a tear in the past couple of games. But it is 5-1 now, and I think we're comfortably through to the next round. Another kickoff highlight. It's 5-1, guys. So, I mean, I don't mind us making it 6-1. Let's keep things comfortable. Or if they want to make it 5-2, I mean, I think we won this game by now. So if it's interesting, I don't really care. Lovely play by them. They should have made it 5-2. After a bit of a shaky start, we're now comfortably 5-1 up, and we should comfortably go on to win this. Happy with the number of shots on target so far. I'm definitely going to give players like Mendoza a break. We have Albino on the bench, Vaquero, Bias, Lucero, Fagerly. Let's get those guys into the match because I think this is pretty comfortable now, and we just need to go through the next round. Emmanuel to stick it in swinger, and GA. Oh, Sebastian Barak scores. Is that his hat trick? That is a Sebastian Barak hat trick on episode. You love to see it. All right, throw in for Aguilas here. I brought on some subs. Fagerly, Bias, and Vaquero have come on for Mendoza, Barak, and Emmanuel. 3 important players who are definitely in for the Champions League. Now that we've won this game, I am happy to give them a rest, make sure they don't get injured or anything. As Leonardo wins it, that's not a great ball forward to Alonso. And it will remain a chance for Aguilas. Braga moving in. Braga, what a finish. What a goal on their part. This is a fun game. 6-2, high scoring. But we'll have the chance here from the goal kick. I don't know why we went long there. There's something wrong. Play out of defense, out of possession, in transition, distribute to center backs. Schwarzer. I know they got a shot there, and that wasn't really meaning anything, but Schwarzer's got to do better than that. Well, he went short there. Why didn't he go short the first time? He wouldn't have to deal with that shot. Bias playing it forward to Vaquero. Oh, that's good play. That is good play. And GA arguably should have scored. Schwarzer will look to allow us to play out of the back here. He rolls it to Ferrosuelo. That's what I want to see from our keeper. What are we doing? We're misplacing a lot of passes. This is really poor on our part here. Leonardo having a bit of a shocker there as he misplaces the pass and lets them get in behind. Fortunately for him, Schwarzer has saved it. They can't do anything with it. Now we can counter. David, that's a great ball. Fagerly, just play it across. You selfish player. Lloyd Fagerly with the selfish move that he absolutely should have done better with. That is inexcusable. I've just had to plug in my computer because this game's so long I almost lost battery. Fadjali's actually dropped to 6.4, and I'm really annoyed, and he's complacent. I'm going to demand more from him. I'm disappointed in how he's done. I don't even care if he reacts madly to it. The fact that he didn't pass the ball across the face of goal and what would have given us an open play, essentially, an open goal, I'm disappointed that he didn't do that. He nearly lost the ball there. Finally, look at him pass the ball. And GA, he should have scored. All right, how does he react to me getting mad at him? Oh, well, he took the feedback well, so that's nice to see. But it's pretty much the end of the game. This should be the end of match highlights. Are they going to score? Nope. And that is the final whistle. 6-2 victory. And a fun game. A bit of a strange one, but a fun game. I think Sebastian Brock getting a hat trick. That's fun to have in a live match. We'll tell everyone it was good, and we'll move forward. Well, that 6-2 victory does move us past the quarterfinals and into the PFL Cup semifinal, where we will be playing Kaya. That'll be way further down in the season, but that's where we are at the moment. But we have some big updates. We have 2 more offers for Luis Miguel Pradas. One of them from Chelsea, one of them from Borussia Mönchengladbach. That's crazy. Let's start off with the Chelsea officer. I know Chelsea is the one that he wants to speak to. This is his favorite club. The interesting thing is he wouldn't qualify for a work permit, but they do have ESC places, so they could just use that on him. But let's go lock in the things that we want. 50% percentage of next sale and the 12-month loan back. Do you think it'd be crazy if I just went for $1 million? Let's go crazy. Yeah. That was crazy. What if we went for like 950K? Oh wow. And a loan back. £950,000 plus a loan back plus a 50% percentage of next sale. This is insane. This is one of the most insane things I've ever seen. This is crazy. The negotiations that we're pulling off right now are some of the most insane things that I've ever seen. All right, loan back link, adjust terms. Hey, you got to match it, man. You have to match it. If you're not matching it, we're rejecting this offer. They're not doing it. We're going to go non-negotiable at 950K. And they took it. All right. 950K plus a 50% next sale and all that. Sorry, Dortmund, you're going to need to pay up some more money because Chelsea has just put in an insane offer and Borussia Mönchengladbach have put in an insane offer. Wow, this is nuts. PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, have made a £1 million offer for Luis Miguel Pradas. His value before, wasn't it like 120K or something? This is insane. All right, loan back length, percentage of next sale. 50% percentage of next sale, loan back length 12 months, we're locking that in. That's great. 2.5 million. Suggest terms. No? 1.3. 2.2 million? 2.2 million for Luis Miguel Pradas. We're going to accept that offer. 2.2 million pounds plus 50% of next sale plus a loan back length of 12 months. We are accepting that. Chelsea, pay up. Mönchengladbach, pay up. We are rejecting those 2.2 million. 2.2 million is more than we ever had. What is happening right now? I don't know what is happening. And we have finally reached the conclusion of the most insane bidding war I have ever seen in Football Manager. Our record sale before this was Francisco Javier Garotzategui for £80,000. We are now selling Luis Miguel Pradas for an insane £2.2 million with 50% of the percentage of next sale, and we'll get him for 1 year with a 12-month loan back length. Relative to our squad and our league and the position we're in, this is the craziest transfer I think I've ever seen in Football Manager. Like, relative to the value of him, too. I mean, he was valued before this at, what was it, 120K? Now we're selling him for more than 20 times that amount. There's nothing left to do now but send Luis Miguel Pradas to PSG for £2.2 million. And so ends the craziest bidding war I have ever seen. Luis Miguel Pradas is now owned by PSG. But of course, he is back with the team. He is back with us on loan. So we're fine with that. He'll still be in the squad. He will still be in that advanced playmaker position. But this puts us in a really interesting situation because we now have over £450,000 in the transfer budget. And we are still in January. So any players we sign, we have 3.3 million overall balance. What? That's insane. But anyways, that was off topic. 450K in the transfer budget. Anyone who we sign, I think we just have to get it in before February, can be registered for the latter stages of the Asian Champions League, where we're going up against Jeonbuk, who we were against in the semifinal last year. So we have a really tough second round draw. So we're going to need enforcements, which means the next episode is going to be a transfer special. We are going to sign players. This is our final season. We might as well go all out for it. We're going to sign as many players as we can. Well, not as many players, but as high quality players as we can, because we will need this. We've got the Champions League second round coming up. We're going to want some players to help us out with that. And I definitely have some players in mind. I think I would definitely like to shore up the back line, maybe even the goalkeeping situation. If we could get an Asian or Filipino goalkeeper, that would definitely help us out a lot. But I'm going to leave that for the next episode. Oh, on a totally unrelated note, I have signed this guy, Markal Ayat. I signed him on a free. He can't play with us. I signed him as an under contract deal. Honestly, he's just purely for the next manager. Thought I'd do him a solid. But we have now generated 2.3 million in transfers out thanks to Pradas, and we have a huge transfer budget to work with. The next episode is going to be a big one. It is going to be a transfer special. We have just made our record sale, and it is time to make some record signings. But that is everything I've got for this episode. This was an insane one, an insane bidding war. And in the next episode, it's going to be up to us to sign some players, strengthen our team, and see if we can make it back to the Champions League final. I hope you all have enjoyed this episode. This was definitely an interesting one. I hope you all are taking care of yourselves, and I will see you all real soon. Bye.